film. So yeah, Ted 2. The story's not quite as good as the first Ted, but it's still very insane. It's still Ted. If you love the Ted movie, you'll definitely go and see the other Ted. If like you were not as interested,
Venom is supposed to make me invincible.
Yeah, I guess you won't see it.
Oh man,
I think it's a straight to DVD kind of film for me. I will watch it. There is a time, but it will be straight up to DVD. Bargain basement.
Yeah.
But
no, for me,
I did love the first one, so.
Yeah, for me, Ted was so great, and I love Family Guy so much. I even watched A Million Ways to Die in the West, and I still enjoyed it in some way. So I was not going to not go and see Ted 2, so yeah, I was definitely going to see that. So that would have been a 10 on my watch list. Let's go now to Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes would have been high up my list. I think Sir Ian McKellen can't do anything wrong. He's just an amazing actor. So that would, to be fair, if this was another Guy Ritchie film, like the original, I was really looking forward to this. I'd say a 7, a strong 7. But I imagine it nothing to be like the original Sherlock Holmes film. I imagine it to be more of a drama. You're kind of working out what's going on. There's a bit more to it. Layered.
Yeah, that is a pretty much perfect prediction, I have to say. I was going into it not knowing what it was at all, as I like to do, as you know. And yeah, it's more of a drama than anything, but with a mystery going along with it all the way, but not in a heavy sort of Sherlock Holmes, loads of clues to be looking out for way. It's like down to earth drama, and yeah, a pretty easy to follow mystery. So in that sense, I have to say I really liked it. So definitely a plus on my films I've seen in the last few months. Again, before I'd seen it, I would have put it down to maybe a 4 because I didn't really know what it was about. But I have to say I was pleasantly surprised.
I think because it had Sir Ian McKellen, I was on it. I'd be like, yes, he's the man.
The Joseph!
So just purely for him being in the film. Got me excited about the film.
Yeah. Gandalf.
Definitely.
Gandalf, right.
Gandalf always.
I have to check I'm talking about the right person. The bad name. Gandalf, right.
Gandalf.
Okay.
Not Magneto. Gandalf.
Okay, next one on the list is Spy.
Spy. I saw the
film.
trailer. I was in hysterics. This looks amazing, and it's got Jason Statham, who I absolutely adore in every action film. Is all the same for him. So this is something different. He's doing comedy. It looks really funny. I think Melissa's hilarious in so many great films. Identity Thief, The Heat. All great films. She's held her own, and so yeah, I can't wait for this one. This one I would say would be a 10. I'm kind of like I wanted to watch. I just can't wait for it. So this is
can't wait
to
watch it yourself.
Yeah, as soon as it's on Blu-ray, I'm watching this one. This
Okay,
ain't even bargain basement kind of thing.
Do you want to give it a number then?
10
on Blu-ray. 10 on Blu-ray. Nice.
10 on. This is the one. This is as soon as it's on Blu-ray. Yeah, gotta get it. Watch it on the PS4.
Right. Well, okay. Well, I have to say it is hilarious. I watched it back in June. It's a really good movie. And also, what did you say her name was? Terrible with that. Main woman.
Melissa McCarthy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jude Law, the main woman.
The main woman, that's the one.
Yeah, Jude Law.
She's really good in it, and actually the thing that's really good and surprising about it is that she wasn't a weak character. She wasn't like because she's sort of this overweight, slightly overweight, slightly pigeonholed female by characters that not really given the respect she deserves. That's actually what you get. They never take the mickey, they never reduce the comedy to just fat jokes or anything like that. She's actually a really strong action character. That really impressed me. And yeah, it's hilarious as well, of course.
Which is a plus.
So, yeah, would I have watched it before? Before I watched it,
don't take away the venom.
It was about a 5 or 6 on my radar.
I guess because knowing that Paul directed stuff like Knocked Up beforehand, Bad Teacher, Bridesmaids, The Heat, he's also going to do the new Ghostbusters reboot, remake, origin story.
Yeah.
So I was definitely a 10 for this one.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so I think there's just 2 more that I want to cover in this one. So this is a big one actually that we haven't talked about. San Andreas.
Oh, the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson film. Now, anything Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson does, I have to watch. This should have been a big screen cinema kind of watching film, because I could refer to him as the franchise saver, because he saved that rubbish franchise Fast and Furious by giving it one good film.
Definitely.
Everything Dwayne does is just amazing. What can I say? I haven't seen a bad film of his. Be Cool, for anyone who hasn't seen it, watch that. He is hilarious in it. Yeah, this was a 7 though, because once I saw the trailer, I realised it's just about him fighting an earthquake. I was just slightly disinterested from it, but it had Dwayne, so I was excited still. So 7 was my kind of wanting to watch
your pre-review, whatever you call that.
Preview.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually an 8 or 9 before I saw it. The story didn't look too bad. I mean, it's weak. It looks weak. It's a very disaster movie story, possibly based on family stuff and being a father who wants to save everyone.
Had that 2012 feel about it. With John Cusack.
And it was that, but it was a lot of fun as well. And I like that. And also, I wanted to see it because it's named after one of my favourite games of all time, GTA San Andreas. Because San Andreas is named after the fault line, so they named a game world after it, which is based on the California area. So yeah, watching the film, it's actually reminded me and entertained me a lot of the sort of GTA experience, because spoilers, yeah, he at one point he's driving a car, then he's in a helicopter,
he's a pilot,
then he's in a boat. Yeah, he's in every vehicle, and that's just like my GTA experience. And going around San Andreas, going around California, and San Andreas is based on California, where the Grand Theft Auto games are set. The best ones are anyway. Yeah, it was really entertaining. I enjoyed it.
So what's your final
story? A bit weak.
Thing about it. What's the final number?
My final number?
Yeah.
What, for watching?
Yeah.
I would say 8 or 9.
Wow.
Yeah, I really wanted to see it. Based mostly on GTA.
And it doesn't disappoint too much then?
It doesn't disappoint at all, no. There isn't much of a story, like you'd expect in a big thing like this, but it's not done in a terrible way, and that's what matters to me. Right, is because I hate action movies that have bad story and bad script. But if it's just a bad story, a weak story, and they don't mess it up with a really awful script, then I can look at that. It's when the script is just really horrible, such as
don't hurt me! Don't hurt
there's a specific example that's really
I don't need any help.
Every Jason Statham film.
I need it. The venom
Yeah.
is
I love
mine.
Jason Statham, so I can't say that. And that brings you to your last film that you want to quickly talk about.
Last film, okay. Last one, because we love to talk about Disney, although we haven't got to do it so much yet. I've got some films we could talk about with Disney. But there's one out called Tomorrowland. You heard of that?
Yes, the Brian Byrne film starring George Clooney. Now, when I knew the director of Ratatouille was making a film, and it wasn't another Mission Impossible film, I was excited, because he's only made Mission Impossible since before this, and he brought us The Amazing Iron Giant, which is one of the must-watch films of all time. Here's it. So Tomorrowland, yeah, I knew very little about it. Again, had George Clooney. It's a bit weird. It had this little girl who picks up some sort of pin and can time travel. The premise just didn't quite click with me. Something about it. The visuals look stunning, but then should all films just look stunning? Shouldn't they have a little bit more to it? Because he did direct a Mission Impossible film where they blew up the Kremlin and he put a story to that. So there's no reason why I can't do one here. So I wasn't really looking too forward to it. I'd say purely because of the director and George Clooney, I was on a 7. But overall, if someone said, "Do you want to watch this film or do you want to watch something else instead?" I would have said something else. I was about 6.
I could agree.
It's only because
I'd have to, yeah.
The trailer let it down, I guess, because there's nothing.
Yeah. I don't think the trailer did let it down. I think actually your intuition was right on this one. It's not that strong a film. It's entertainment and it's sort of Disney, but it did fall down in a lot of ways. It's quite a good movie. It's got a good idea behind it. I mean, the idea seems to be that the world is doomed. I mean, do you want spoilers enough for this?
Yeah, you might as well. This is a bargain basement film for me, to be fair.
Okay. So the idea is that, well, without explaining all the story, just basically George Clooney goes to the future. He builds something that lets him see the further future, and it basically makes it so that the world is doomed. He can see that the world is doomed. And then this girl comes along who happens to sort of see everything in a new light. She's good at seeing things positively, and she ends up meeting him. Again, long story, I won't explain all of that. But the fact that she's got hope actually changes that future. It actually puts a spark of hope in that inevitable fate. And the fact that there's this person that's got a little bit of hope and it might turn things around, that's what the story's really about. And I think that's brilliant. But the thing that let it down is that they didn't follow it through, really. By the end, they end up with this silly villain monologue speech of someone that wasn't even supposed to be a villain, really. It doesn't need to be a villain. And they end up beating all this stuff by blowing stuff up, I think it was. So they didn't really follow through a really good story that they sort of set up. So yeah, so it's a good film and a good ideas up to near towards the end. And then of course you've got House, who's from Britain, the guy who plays the Doctor in House.
Yeah,
yeah. And yeah, he's really cool, but unfortunately he's the one that ends up being in a part that's a bit weak. But yeah, before I went to see it, I was down on maybe a 4. I don't know if I already said something and I've contradicted myself, but would I go and see it and pay to see it? I'd probably say no, don't pay and go and see it, but watch it if you're watching on Netflix or something a few years down the line.
Or just wait for Incredibles 2.
Or wait for Incredibles 2.
That's his next film.
That's probably going to be a lot better.
Which is maybe 10 years too late.
Oh, this venom! I feel so strong!
Or maybe he was just waiting for a reboot season.
You can't reboot Incredibles. There's so many different stories you can have. The film would never end. You've got his kids. They've all got powers already. He's already done the origin stories. Set them all up. Even Jack has got superpowers.
It goes to show, never start with an origin story. Because you need those for the reboots down the line.
You can't reboot Jack. Because he's already got his powers. Pretty cool. Well, he did have... Jack had his own sequel. Because he was in the short Jack Attack. By himself.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
Anyway, so... That was... our sort of review of the more recent films that weren't as big as the... they didn't need their own video in themselves. So, yeah. yeah, that wraps it up.
Ow, that really hurt. What gives?